We'll start off with South Summit, and South Summit from Camas, Utah, and they will start Jared Danzy. He is a junior. He wears number 1. Number 20, that is Cameron Sargent. Number 15, Ryan Griffin, a senior for the Wildcats. Number 23, that's Justin Worthen. He is a senior. Number 40, Bruce Mitchell is just a junior. And number 34, Cale Atkinson, who also doubles as a pretty good quarterback for South Summit and was the MVP in their state championship football team this year.
For South Summit, they'll start number 1, Stetson Anderson, a senior. Number 2, Tyson Hurd, a junior. Number 10, Cade Russell, a senior. Number 24, Trey Miles. He is a junior. And also number 22, Lane Carter, who's a senior.
And Rick, you've had a chance a couple times, you and I, to watch Russell. And what do you think of his game?
I personally think he's probably the best all-around player in 3A basketball, just all around.
Yeah, he's just a really tough kid to guard. You know, he's got a complete game and just a super player to watch.
And we're underway here as Russell coming off a 23-point performance yesterday. And he just does what he needs to. Carter, top of the arch for the Trojans. Above his head, over on the left side to Anderson.
South Summit in a man-to-man defense.
This Morgan team made 12 three-pointers yesterday.
It's a team that can shoot.
South Summit, a very athletic team, maybe as athletic as anybody here.
They really are, and they're in their road green uniforms, Morgan in their white.
Good defense here by the Wildcats. Over to Russell on the right side. They'll give it back to Anderson.
Kind of tentative basketball right now, trying to figure out this man-to-man defense at South Summit.
And
Morgan a little passive right now. They just need to attack the rim a little bit.
Miles from the right side. Does not connect with iron and brought down by South Summit, by Mitchell.
5 of these South Summit players played on that state championship football team.
Pass goes in the middle, deflected, but picked up by Danzy. Back to Bruce Mitchell. On the right arch to Worthen. A floater through the lane is brought down by Morgan. Might have been partially blocked, I don't know. Now Russell through the lane, his left-handed shot. He was going wide, and now they'll call a late whistle. As what they've done, the officials have really looked at a play, and they have not rushed their calls. I think it's been a well-officiated tournament.
And the officials, they get together, they talk, a lot of veteran crews right here, 3-man crews, and we're going to see Morgan come with a sub pretty quick as they're going to bring in Carson Ordena.
Ordena comes in, and first foul shot's up and good by Russell. What I think of South Summit, I played for North Sevier. The first championship that South Summit won was against North Sevier in '76. And the final day of the tournament's always been very painful for me because of that game.
They haven't forgot it, neither is North Sevier.
Well, shot on the right side's up, and it's no good. It'll go out of bounds. No, it's saved in. And South Summit does save it. Oh, what a great effort there. It went to Mitchell, saved it on the second effort. I didn't catch underneath.
Boy, straddled that half-court line. Just did a great job keeping from going into the backcourt.
It was Dancy that picked it up, and now the ball is deflected out of bounds off South Summit.
Kind of an unforced turnover to give the ball back to Morgan. Both these teams come from some of the most beautiful communities in the entire United States, don't you think? Morgan and Camas, just beautiful parts of this country.
Russell on the left arch. Dribbles in through the lane. Over to the right side to Ordena. Back out to Hurd. Again, this team had 12 three-pointers in yesterday's game. Back over to Anderson. He hit 4, started the game with 2 of them. Now Ordena on the baseline won't go.
Justin Worthen on the rebound for South Summit. Patience right now. Danzy's going to bring that ball over and set this.
Has this not been a quick, almost 3-minute start to this game, and we're 2-0, so And South Summit will throw away again today. And in the previous game, how many turnovers did you have? This game has started with a few turnovers.
We just had a ton. And some of that is, the kids have to refocus because they came in here going for number one, right? And you got to regroup. But now you're in a consolation. Sometimes it takes that first quarter for that competitive juice to get going with these kids. But it's still a meaningful game, and go home with a win.
Turnaround jump shot by Miles on the right side. It's not there. Here come the Cats down quickly. Over on the left baseline, three-point shot is up, and it won't go. There's a good look there by Atkinson, but it just wouldn't go, and it's out of bounds again. And we're still 2-0. 2 foul shots in this game by Cade Russell, the difference.
Almost halfway through this first period.
Real treat to watch these two teams.
Both these teams know each other well. Didn't have to sit and review much film.
Now dribble drive by Hurd on the right side, and there will be a foul. I don't believe it was a shooting foul. We'll have to see.
Well, Tyson does such a great job getting in there in that foul on Justin Worthen.
It is non-shooting. The second team foul on South Summit. And pass comes in. There'll be travel called.
Too bad he came to that jump stop and just kind of got off. Stetson Anderson just shuffled his feet down there underneath the basket.
And want to just give a welcome to our producer today, Micah Iverson. Always good to have him doing our production, and Nate Palmer up on the camera. Takes a lot of effort to get this. Now, takeaway by the Trojans. Quickly down, the shot is up and over the rim by Miles. It just wouldn't go. Brought down by Anderson. Over to Russell. He's open for three, and he'll drill it. Russell with 5 points.
Boy, he's one guy you can't leave open, but credit Miles for that first steal that led to that basket. 5-0 run. South Summit yet to score.
Wildcats with the ball. They'll go to Atkinson underneath. The shot is up and in on a nice pass from Atkinson to Worthen.
And Worthen caught that ball so deep. That's just a great position to catch the basketball, drop, step, and score.
And it took over 4 minutes for South Summit to score in this game. I don't anticipate that continuing. Now Anderson missed the shot. He probably thought he was going to get more defense, but gets his own rebound.
Travel.
Back to Carter, and they'll call traveling.
Too bad Kenny engaged that engine out of park into drive before he got going. But both these teams, Rick, sometimes this is the third straight day of basketball. Not something you do during the regular season, and they don't play in the morning. So they have to acclimate to this new start time. And both these teams trying to fill each other out as Jared Danzy comes in and calls out the offensive set for the Wildcats.
Top of the arch, Danzy is. Goes to Graycheck, who checked in for South Summit. Bounce pass in the middle, and a spin move is up by Griffin, but an obvious grab of the jersey there.
Well, that was just a great pass, for South Summit. Graycheck just got that ball exactly where he wanted it. And once you get the ball down that low with Griffin down that low, he's going to score. You're going to have to foul him.
Want to thank Micah for that replay we just had, showing the play as the foul shot's up and good.
Yeah, and fans from all over the world get to log in and watch Channel 10 and Centricom and watch this game.
ETV Channel 10. And second one is up and no good. And Miles goes hard for the rebound for Morgan.
Boy, he gets up in the air. There's a couple of rebounds for him.
Over to Hurd on the right arch. Dribbles down the baseline. Comes back out to Russell. Back to Hurd. Hurd fakes like he's going to pass it. Cuts inside. Banks it off the glass.
Kind of comes with that fake pass, a little Euro step. Another Euro step back the other way as Worthen goes to the basket, misses.
And the rebound comes down under to Griffin, and Griffin is fouled.
The Euro step kind of has changed a lot, Rick, since since Mono Ginobili and some of those players brought up from Europe over here, but pretty common offensive tool for a lot of kids now.
Ordina gets the foul for Morgan. And the foul shot's up and a little too hard by Griffin. Griffin now 1 out of 3 at the foul line. He'll get a fourth shot here. Of course, only 2 on this possession. And second one is also short. And a rebound down to Miles. If you just joined us, Morgan got up to a 5-0 lead. And South Summit has never led or tied in this game. Now shot up by Russell on the right side, and Cade Russell with 2 3-pointers, and he has 8 points, 8 of Morgan's 12.
And he's just
10.
got a great release, and the problem with defending him is he can beat you to the glass too.
And Graycheck driving through the center lane, throws a little too hard, and it goes out of bounds.
Seth Hadley will check in for the Trojans right now. And he's going to give Lane Carter, a senior, a rest. 10-3, good start for the Trojans.
This Morgan team, very, very talented. Of course, they are 21-3 on the season. South Summit, 15-9, as you'd expect. Two teams have won a lot of games playing on the last day. Shots up by Russell, no good, it's tipped up. Picked up by Ordinia, and he puts it up and in. Carson Ordinia with the first 2 points off the bench.
Boy, and a big one off the, I don't think people think that Russell's going to miss that often. He just kind of cleaned it up and put it back in.
19 teams play in 3A, and there's only 6 playing today. Now underneath, a nice put in.
Ryan Griffin, he just kind of muscled his way in there to the glass and showed some strength there.
Now back the other way, Miles drives through the lane, spins, gets all the way through the lane, turns and banks it in.
They're going to have to defend that a little bit better. You get that guy penetration down that low, and he's going to score, shoot a high percentage.
4 different Trojans have scored in this game now for South Summit, just 2.
Great check.
Great check, puts it up and in.
And, Parker, one of those football players, and just a great athlete that time, and showed a little bit of a good move.
Russell over to Hurd on the right side, 3-point shots, a little long, and a nice box out there.
Is Gabriel Harry. Just went over there and boxed him out. He's a sophomore for South Summit. He couldn't get to the ball, so what's the best next move, Rick? Box another guy off and let it go out of bounds.
And that's what he did, Gabriel, with the ball.
I mispronounced that. Apology to him.
Jake Rydalch in the game. Now underneath, the bank shot is up and in by
Jackson Lashy, and that was just a great head fake. Get the kids in the air and then go up there and hit that basket, and here comes South Summit, close that lead down to 5, 14-9.
Top of the arch.
It's going to
Near
go
half court, yep. Go ahead.
It's going to go for the last shot here is Morgan.
Now taken away by South Summit. Still time, 6 seconds. They'll throw it down. They're going to get the land. Oh, it wouldn't go. A good look by Jake Rydalch. And the throw from half court by Hurd is no good. And 1/4's in the books. It's Morgan 14, South Summit 9. We'll be back.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router Limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router Limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Welcome back here. Curtis Marsh, Rick Robinson, Burns Arena courtside here for the battle for 5th and 6th place. Both these teams lost on Thursday, won yesterday, so they're still playing today.
You look at that Bruce Mitchell for the South Summit. Boy, he's just a man among boys, and he's just a big, broad-shouldered kid.
Wildcats with the basketball. So we start the second period. They'll go to Rydalch, top of the arch. To Harry on the right side as they try to pass underneath. It's going to be taken away by Hadley of Morgan. Now the ball's on the court, and it's going to be picked up by Graycheck. And now carrying the ball. Didn't see that from our angle. And we'll look at the replay here.
Yeah, he kind of got forced over there into his hand by Lane Carter, and it looked like he just turned the ball. That was a point of emphasis a couple years ago, the carry.
Now, Morgan with the ball. A whistle away from the ball. No, they'll call a holding foul. I believe that's going to go against Graycheck, Parker Graycheck.
They gave it to Rideout.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Is that a South Summit name?
Yeah, in fact, it's probably a distant relative of mine. You want to know the truth? I have a lot of Rideouts in my family.
Well, they've had success, that family up there in South Summit at the University of Utah, coaching.
And notice I said distant. Now underneath, shot is up and good on the right side.
Jackson Lashy, real soft touch with the ball.
Lashy with a pretty shot just inside the lane, right side of the foul line.
And they draw to within 3 points.
Russell with it to Carter on the left side. Gives it down to Ordinia.
What a pass.
And the pass goes into Hadley, and Hadley scores. South Summit with the ball. Curtis, what do you like here early in this game?
I think the tempo has improved. The first couple of minutes seemed a little bit slow, and right now they've just improved it, and South Summit's got back into this game.
Top of the arch, thought about shooting, it was Harry. Now the left side, three-pointers up and good by Lashy. Jackson Lashy with 5 points now.
A good pass from Harry, and
now Russell underneath. He got caught too far underneath, couldn't reach out. And South Summit with a chance to tie or take the lead. They go underneath to the big guy, and he spins. That's Bruce Mitchell. And Mitchell is fouled. He'll get a chance to tie this game.
He's going to go to that foul line as that foul's going to be called on Lane Carter. But that last three-point shot over there, you know, I really like the ball movement. You know, Mike Krzyzewski said one time his championship teams knew the difference between a good shot and a great shot. And they, you know, Harry passed up a good shot to get it over there for a great shot.
Morgan will bring back into the game Hurd and Miles.
Graycheck will take a break for South Summit.
And did you pick up who came in for him?
Trying to pick that up right now. I
think it was Atkinson. Now, second foul shot's not good, so.
But South Summit draws to within 1 point.
Yeah, we've never had a tie in this game. And South Summit's led by as many as, what, I have 5.
That's what I have too, and they got off to just a great start.
Now, shot by Miles is up, no good. The rebound down to the Wildcats quickly. In forecourt comes Atkinson, tries to pass underneath, it goes out of bounds. It'll be in for Morgan.
You know, Cameron Sargent got that rebound for South Summit, got it into transition. That's a basket they need to have. And I look at this Russell kid. We watched him early in this year. I tell you, he is really a super player.
Russell goes on the left side to Miles. Over to Carter, top of the arch. And Carter thought Russell was going to cut in. Russell cut out, and they'll throw it away.
Well, he went out. He went in and then out, and I think that was a natural thing to think he was going to go to the basket, but just a miscommunication, and now they're going to come out and trap a little bit as the Morgan Trojans.
And now pass underneath Latchy, and he gets it back over to Gabriel Harry.
Smart move to pull that ball out.
And now travel will be called.
Yeah, that Mitchell changed pivot foots. I guess you can't change your pivot foot, it's your pivot foot, right?
I think that's correct, however you say it.
If you have 3 feet, I guess you could change your pivot foot.
We all understand what you're saying there, Curtis. It's fun to have Curtis Marsh with us here today. Now, Russell, and there'll be a hold called on that, kind of an obvious one.
Yeah, there's, you know, you get your hand in there, Jace Crystal.
Lashy.
That's Lashy, right? Number 10.
Yes. Just reached out, got a hold of Russell.
I'd reach out and grab him too.
Now Carter along the baseline. Goes up the top, goes down the right side the lane, and he lays it in. Carter with his first 2 points.
He comes off that screen, comes to the basket. The official coming over to talk to South Summit's head coach.
Is a warning. I think the coach was out on the court a little bit. So they just gave a warning. And that's an emphasis this year. They used to just give technicals, and I like that rule change.
Yeah, let's talk to the kids and talk to the coaches. And
now, be a jump ball. Yes. Rydaltz grabbed a hold of it, and then Hurd came over. Tyson did. I'll tell you the difference between girls and boys. Girls will just wait for him to call a jump ball. Boys will
rip
try
it out
until they absolutely can't move anymore. Russell goes over to Hurd on the left side. Three-point shot is over too hard. And chased down by Anderson. He throws it off
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
What a great decision that time to throw it off his leg and try to keep that ball alive, keep Morgan in possession. And, you know, a lot of good scorers. Russell can score, but he's a great passer.
Danzy comes back into the ballgame for South Summit. Russell throws it on the right side. Very fortunate not to have that one taken away. And now South Summit will take it. Atkinson with the steal. Quickly, Danzy is going to have it taken away by Hurd of Morgan. And Hurd goes up the shot, and somehow outside the lane on a sprint, he gets up and banks it in.
He lost a handle on it. And I don't know how he came up with that basketball. If we can get a replay here from Centricom, but what a tough shot as he kind of looked like he lost the handle of it. And
we have a technical foul. Here's the replay here.
Let's watch that. It was pretty good defended by Danzy. Just a really, really good offensive play.
Well, I guess they didn't call it technical. I thought that's a technical foul warning is what it was. It was a warning. The other one was just a bench warning. So now the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be in for South Summit. Morgan retains the 5-point lead here, which is equaling their large lead of the game.
Yeah, South Summit got within one.
We've never had a tie in this game, nor a lead change. But it's not been a huge differential score-wise. Going underneath to Mitchell. On the left side, Danzy. Back over to Rydaltz to Mitchell.
Morgan in his zone right now.
And shot along the baseline's not there. Carter gets the rebound. He sees Russell down court. I don't think they'll catch him, and they won't. Russell puts it up and in. He has 10 points, and the lead is 7.
And what a great pass.
Rydaltz dribbles in. His floater's up and not there.
I like the idea of attacking the rim right that time. As Rydaltz, she comes. Gets the ball down low, comes up hard with the right hand.
And Anderson will get his second foul.
Just the 4th team foul on the Trojans.
And foul shots up and good by Jake Rydaltz.
We see a couple of people in for the first time. Number Hagen Miles, is that for South Summit?
Number 21,
and
Hagen
he is
Miles.
A junior. Rydaltz set for his second shot.
And it's up and it won't go.
Bounced around again and out. 3:06 remaining, 6-point lead for Morgan.
South Summit 3 out of 8 from the foul line here in the first half. Now Miles left side, and Miles will draw the foul on Latchy.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that foul a great deal, but
Latchy was around him. You can see that replay on it.
He's going to bring Trey Miles to the line for the Trojans.
Miles with 2 points.
Shot looks good.
And Morgan is now 3 out of 3 from the foul line, where South Summit is 3 out of 8. Really the difference in this game.
Well, you shoot 3 out of 8, and a lot of those are 1-and-1, so you've really left more than just 5 misses out. You've left
they have not shot a 1-and-1 yet, though. It's all been 2 shots.
Oh, they've been 2 shots, but 3 for 8 is not going to win you a lot of games.
No, that's not against good teams. Now, shot on the left side, it's up, and it looked like it was going to go for Danzy, but not. And now chased down and stepping out of bounds is Hurd. Hurd got the rebound. He was being defended by Jared Danzy, and he stepped out of bounds, and immediately coming in the ball game will be Seth Hadley.
Danzy looked like a reining horse they call it going down the fence. Turning him around, he stepped out of bounds. For our horsemen out there, they'll know what I'm talking about, Rick.
Left arch, Latchy, 3-point shot is up, no good. Brought down by Miles.
Boy, Miles had a big night on the boards. 2:28. They're slowing down the tempo a little bit the last minute.
With an 8-point lead, large of the game. Morgan has it. Russell on the right arch. Tried to lob it underneath. Great defense by Latchy.
Latchy just kind of read his eyes that time and went up and got it.
Now, pass goes underneath. There'll be a pushing foul, I think, on Miles.
Mr. Shanoff's going to come up with the call, our official over there on that side. His father, one of the good officials in the state of Utah, wouldn't you think, Rick? And Sean Shanoff.
And the foul, they call that on Russell, his first foul. 15th foul. South Summit inbounds it, down by 8. 2:02 to go here in the first half.
They'd like to close this to probably within 2 minutes to go into the locker room.
Pass goes in the middle, spin and laid up and in on a nice move by Justin Worthen.
And Justin Worthen not only can go inside, but he's a great three-point shooter. We saw that in the Delta game. He could shoot the ball.
That's a game that was tied, final minute of that game. Delta able to win at the last.
Wildcats have a chance to cut this lead down to 4.
Now on the left side, they could even cut it more than that if they hit a three-pointer.
Morgan in that zone.
Danzy with it, and there'll be a reach-in hold called on Lane Carter.
It's still a common foul, just the 6th foul against Morgan, 6-team foul.
That's going to be Carter's 2nd foul.
You hate to see a kid get fouled 40 feet from the basket.
Next foul by Morgan will put South Summit at the line.
Danzy looking at that high post.
Danzy along the baseline, a nice bounce pass through the lane, but South Summit couldn't quite get it go in. Worthen, and now a jump ball situation.
That was an incredible pass, but what a great defensive effort by Morgan.
And Morgan leads all of 3A in defense, and that shows on plays like that. There's a good reason why they're so good on defense.
Yeah, I thought the Danzy pass was a good pass down low. You thought they're going to get to the rim and score, but Morgan had other ideas about that.
Pass comes in. Down the barrel, three-point shot. Won't go for Latchy. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Just a frustration foul over there as he missed the shot and kind of went over there and picked up the foul. Just the 6th-team foul for South Summit.
And that's going to be Jackson Latchy's 3rd foul. Morgan, with just under a minute to go, has the basketball, and South Summit will bring a player into the ball game.
Braden Lundgren in for the Wildcats. And he's going to give Jackson Latchy, is how you pronounce that, a rest. 52 seconds to go, Rick, in this game. It's been an entertaining first half.
Carter over to Russell on the right arch. Russell with a hesitation, stop, fakes one way, and gets it up, but what good defense there by Rideoffs. He knocked it out of Russell's hands, or I'm sure he would have scored.
I think the fans would have loved to seen a Caleb Barton and Cade Russell matchup. Wouldn't that have been something?
It'd been a fun matchup. Did get to see a good matchup, Nilsson and Russell. Mantis Nilsson, another terrific guard.
Matt Nilsson's just a great guard for the Templars, and they'll play for a state title tonight.
Now,
tipped and stolen away that time by Morgan.
Hadley came up with it. Hadley crosses into forecourt, 20 seconds to go. 6-point lead for the Trojans.
You're going to go for one shot with 13 and under. Probably get going at the basket at about the 10-second count.
Carter with a dribble drive, left side. The foul line is underhand. Scoop shot's not there. The rebound comes down to Worthen. Quickly down court. Fake and a spin move, and that ends the first half of play here at Burns Arena in St. George, Dixie State University.
That last defensive stop there, credit to Hagan Miles, a good help defense to keep Morgan from scoring. But a 6-point lead, Rick, at halftime here for the Morgan Trojans.
24 for Morgan, 18 for South Summit. We'll take a break. We'll come back with halftime stats.
Here's normal internet speed. Here's the gig difference. Average speed, gig. Not enough speed, gig speed. With eFiber gig internet from Emory Telecom, everything's different. Video streams free. Music and photos fly. Gaming gets real. And nobody's left hanging. That's the gig difference. Call or click emerytelcom.com and get your gig today. High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
With speeds up to 1 gig, Emory Telecom delivers more. More shopping, more music, more learning, more streaming, more speed to power smartphones, movies, and streaming video. More speed for more devices in your home. And more savings with our true broadband data plans. Choose the plan that's right for you and upgrade anytime for just $10 more. More speed, more savings. Contact Emory Telecom today.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. Centricom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit Centricom.com today.
Here's normal internet speed. Here's the gig difference. Average speed, gig. Not enough speed, gig speed. With eFiber gig internet from Emory Telecom, everything's different. Video streams free. Music and photos fly. Gaming gets real. And nobody's left hanging. That's the gig difference. Call or click emerytelcom.com and get your gig today.
Rick,
Curtis Marsh, Rick Robinson,
great to join you at Dixie State University.
and Mike Iverson doing our production work. We appreciate the replays. You're able to get with him.
And Mike, Rick, we appreciate Brad James for our stats. The stat man.
Brad does just a terrific job. And Curtis, I'm going to give the stats over to you if you'll go ahead and go through the first half stats for us.
Well, as we go over this game here at Dixie State University, the Trailblazers putting on a great 3A tournament in this consolation championship game. And let's go right now with the visitors. That's the South Summit Wildcats. And, you know, South Summit struggled a little bit from three-point range. Only 1 for 6 for distance for South Summit. Only 3 for 8 from the free-throw line. And that's kind of a difference in that game. Both teams not shot exceptionally well from three-point range, as they are 3 for 14, but 4 for 4 from the foul line for the Trojans. Only 3 for 8 for the South Summit Wildcats. Rebounds pretty even with the Trojans with a 1 rebound advantage, 10 to 11 to 10. And turnovers about even at about 10 apiece. But let's go individually scoring for South Summit. As you look at this, you know, pretty even game at only six points separating both these two teams. Neither team in big foul trouble. And as you look at it, Rick, you look at the stats, and some of those stats can be misleading a little bit, but the 1 for 6, you know, South Summit's a little better shooter than that typically. As we come down here and look at the points scored for Ryan Griffin, had 3 points for South Summit. Justin Worthen with 4. Bruce Mitchell with 1. And Jake Rideouts with a point. Parker Graycheck with 2. And Jackson Latchy with 7 for South Summit. And that's 18 points for the Wildcats. For the home team, designated the Morgan Trojans, Stetson Anderson, a starter, did not score. Tyson Hood with 4 points. Cade Russell, 2 for 3 from three-point range and 2 for 2 from the foul line. 10 points for Cade. Lane Carter chipped in 2. Trey Miles with 4. Seth Hadley got a bucket, and so did Carson Ordania off the bench. 24-18 is our score here at halftime. Morgan leading South Summit.
And 6 of the 7 players from Morgan that played did score. South Summit played 12 players, and out of the 12 players, 6 of them scored. So,
and how much do you think, you know, all season long they play a Wednesday game, a Friday game. Now they're playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday. How much do you think that bench is an advantage when you're playing back to back to back?
Well, I do think it's been a factor. I think the girls' game, the earlier one today, you had, 40 some odd turnovers, and there's been a few turnovers in this game, and I do think that's been a factor. We're going to take another break. We'll come back with more halftime here at Burns Arena in St. George on the campus of Dixie State University. We'll be back.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with Centricom cable TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
With internet service from Centricom, you get a fast, reliable connection to a world of information and inspiration. Just choose the bandwidth package that fits your needs and your budget. Every package delivers consistent speeds that bring the best of the web into your life. And we offer local, over-the-phone, technical, and professional IT support. It's why Centricom is now our area's #1 internet provider. Add internet to your bundle and save. Call or visit Centricom.com today.
With speeds up to 1 gig, Emory Telecom delivers more. More shopping, more music, more learning, more streaming, more speed to power smartphones, movies, and streaming video. More speed for more devices in your home. And more savings with our true broadband data plans. Choose the plan that's right for you and upgrade anytime for just $10 more. More speed, more savings. Contact Emory Telecom today.
And we're back here at Dixie State University. Rick, it's always a pleasure to do a game with you, Rick. And boy, an exciting first half between South Summit and Morgan Trojans going for the Consolation Championship.
Curtis, a longtime friend of mine, and both he and I have done high school. We officiate high school football and high school softball, and never got into the basketball. I think that
I don't want anybody yelling at me. In football, you just have your teams and the coaches,
well,
right?
They can still get after you, but it's. I tip my hat. I think it's been a well-officiated tournament. They've done a great job, and it's been terrific games. It's been a delight here in St. George, and the technical crew that we have here working. Last night, I was able to go to dinner with both Mike Iverson and Nate Palmer and Brad James, and I tell you what. You hear the work they have to do. It's incredible, able to bring this throughout the state, and I just tip my hat for the hours and hard work they do.
Yeah, true professionals. We watch Brad over there. He does a lot of games with us on the stats, and I'll tell you, he is the stat man.
And if you come into the arena, and you'll notice at halftime of every game and after the game, but Brad delivers to the score tables. He goes to the locker rooms. So they have stats at halftime. He's just on a dead run, and it's kind of fun. Our halftime score here, 24-18 in favor of Morgan. Now, Morgan not playing. They don't have Calderwood, one of their outstanding post players, and that was one of the concerns the Morgan coaches said. They were worried about the size of South Summit, and you know it's been a factor, but not as much as I thought. Now maybe the second half things will change.
Well, I thought they did a pretty good job in tempo, and this is a team that, came down here with a great shot to maybe win it all.
Well, they were favored, no question. The paper figure had Morgan picked, and most people did, and Manti just has played terrific basketball. Of course, we've seen Manti play all year, and that's a very good team. And
we kind of thought in the girls bracket it kind of played out how I think most people thought it would. Didn't you think in the girls' side with Richfield and Emory?
Yeah, the disparity was different, but to start the season in 3A basketball, 19 teams played, 15 of them received votes for being ranked. That tells you that even the coaches to start the season thought there was a lot of parity in 3A basketball, and it has proven out.
Well, it really has, and you've seen just game after game going down to the wire. And boy, we've seen some good players this week.
Even the playing games at Wasatch, we had 2 overtime games. They were delightful, and quite often those playing games can be mismatched. Now, Morgan has the ball as we start the second half. Up by 6. They've led by as many as 8, and now traveling will be called on the Trojans, and it will be in for South Summit.
Yeah, Tyson Hurd just got off to kind of shuffled his, I think he was looking to make a pass that time and just forced into a turnover.
Morgan's going to show 3-quarter court pressure, a 2-2-1 press. And South Summit able to get down court. It's banked up and wouldn't go, but rebounded and put up again by Griffin. And he does get it in.
Griffin padded his stats with an offensive rebound as well as a putback, and good strong move from Griffin.
5 points for Ryan Griffin for South Summit. Anderson underneath to Carter. Carter, oh, a little too hard, but rebounded by Miles. His shot won't go.
Well, that was a great pass from Stetson Anderson. Should have left to a layup for Morgan.
And Atkinson comes up with the rebound for South Summit. Then down court, the Cats can't keep a hold of it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be in for Morgan.
Just kind of shuffled that ball out of bounds, and the only 2 points so far in this game for South Summit in the second half.
Shot by Miles is up and no good.
You could see it was wide right.
Quickly down and banked up. Oh, wouldn't go for Mitchell.
Boy, he had the shot he wanted, just came up and spun out.
That's the kind you just, he had everything going right, but spun around the rim and flipped out. Anderson, Stetson in the lane, gives to Russell. Russell spins, fakes like he was going to shoot it. Back out to Carter. Carter left side of the foul line. It's a little too hard. And chased down by Ryan Griffin.
And Morgan that time just didn't go after the boards. They just sat there and watched the ball, and they're going to have to hit that glass.
It looked like the third day of a tournament.
It does, doesn't
on that one.
Morgan,
no question.
Morgan in the zone right now, and it's split by Danzy for a layup from Mitchell.
Now Mitchell puts it in, but Danzy with a terrific bounce pass in the center lane, and Mitchell with 3 points.
And Jared just did a great job, and I think we have a timeout, and this score is all 4 points in this third period scored by the Wildcats of South Summit.
Morgan has the basketball, a 2-point lead, but South Summit scored the first 4 points of the second half. Timeout on the court. We'll be back.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Back here, Curtis Mars, Rick Robinson, courtside. Morgan with the basketball. The South Summit has scored 4 straight to start this second half and cut the 6-point halftime lead down to 2. But the Trojans do have the basketball. We've never had a tie. Morgan has never trailed in this game. They started on a 5-0 run. And Carter on the left arch. The ball above his head. Gets it to Russell. 3-point shot down the barrels off the side of the rim and chased down by Ryan Griffin.
Ryan off to a good start, both with a basket and some rebounds for South Summit.
Danzy will back it out near half court. Looking at this 1-2-2 zone defense. Or is it a man-to-man? Now it's a man.
Yeah, they switched over. They start off in zone, switched to man.
3-point shot on the left side. If it had gone, it would have given South Summit the lead, but wouldn't go. Now Carter quickly back the other way. It's no good, and the rebound down to Justin Worthen of South Summit. Cats have a chance to tie or take the lead again. Along the baseline, 5-foot jump shot is up and good by Kel Atkinson.
Boy, that was just a great basket by the outstanding quarterback of the South Summit Wildcats football team.
7th Wildcat to score in this game. South Summit's played 12 players. 6 of Morgan's 7 players have scored. And we're tied for the first time in the game at 24. Morgan. Miles is open. 3-point shot. Won't go. And the rebound down to South Summit's Griffin.
They have a chance to take their first lead of this game, Rick.
3-point shot for the lead. In and out. Wouldn't go. Worthen had a good look and a nice rebound underneath there by Lane Carter. And Anderson goes through the lane, puts it up. He's fouled and it counts.
Chance to earn a basket the old-fashioned way.
Now all 7 of Morgan players who have played have scored.
That's the first personal foul on Ryan Griffin.
And Anderson makes the 3-point play. Coming off a game yesterday where he had 3 3-pointers.
And he says, hey, I make a 3-point basket the old-fashioned way, and what do I get? I get taken right out from Carson Ordania.
He had 13 points yesterday's game. And now Morgan with the 3-point lead. South Summit with the ball. Pass goes inside. Spin move is up and just wouldn't go for Atkinson. It goes out of bounds. It will be in for South Summit.
Came
right
up
underneath their own basket.
Kind of a little baby hook from Atkinson, just a little short.
Wildcats looking in, get it in bounds. They'll get it out top of the arch to Danzy. Jared will just hold and set up, and looking at this 2-3 zone defense. Danzy on the left side, thought about shooting it, goes in the lane, a nice pass. Spin shot by Griffin is up, and it just wouldn't go, but it's out of bounds for the second straight time off Morgan.
They tried to beat that zone with a good screen from Ryan Griffin on top. When the ball came over to Danzy, then Griffin got the ball back. Just
on the pass out of bounds, taken away by Morgan. They're trying to get it into Mitchell. And now Russell, top of the arch, bounce pass underneath the Miles. Picked up by Ordina. Left side, right side shot is up, no good by Hurd. Brought down by Danzy. Quickly, down to Mitchell. Mitchell goes across, puts it up, it wouldn't go, but the follow-up is up and in.
Atkinson on the cleanup. What a great outlet pass that time, and off the miss by Mitchell, Atkinson puts it back in.
Yes, 4 points. Go ahead.
Draws to within 1 is South Summit.
Russell on the right arch, little crossover behind the back dribble in the lane, bounce pass over to Miles. Left baseline, shot, rims in and out, wouldn't go, and a rebound foul. And those are the kind of fouls you don't mind because Ordina was going after the rebound and just got Danzy in the head.
Yeah, just an effort foul, and Graycheck's going to come back in. And boy, big moments, Ryan Griffin. Griffin played a good third quarter for South Summit. A basket here will take the first lead of the game for South Summit. Morgan's led this one all the way.
Well, we did have one tie at 24. Yep. Then a 3-point shot. Stetson Anderson on a 2-and-1. Now a foul on Morgan. It's going to be on Carter.
That's his 3rd foul. Only 2nd team fouls on the Trojans.
Pass comes down underneath to Mitchell. Mitchell puts it up and in. And Mitchell now with 5 points, and we have our first lead change, South Summit's first lead.
That was just a great pass from Atkinson to Mitchell.
Now, Russell goes over on the right baseline, and they'll travel will be called on Morgan. And the Trojans looking to bring into the ball game Seth Hadley, and he did play in the first half.
Yeah, and Ordina just needs to set his feet. That's a great shot. That's a shot he can hit from 3-point range, but just got a little quick with his feet. And Danzy's played a good floor game for South Summit.
South Summit with a 1-point lead in the ball here. The first lead they've had in the game comes with 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now pass through the center lane, taken away. Morgan, 3-on-3 break, and Miles is going to go between the defenders. He banks it off the glass.
He comes with that Euro step hard back to his left hand. With the left hand, lays it in. That could be our play of the game, couldn't it, Rick?
And Miles, absolutely, with 6 points. And it's back to a 1-point lead for Morgan. South Summit will back it out. Morgan goes into a man-to-man defense, I believe. Or no, it's still zone.
Yeah, travel, forced to travel. Atkinson traveled. We're going to see that replay right here.
And
we're going to watch this play. Just a great Euro step that time by Miles, and I don't know how he got that ball up with the left hand, but that was a great shot.
Split the defenders. Want to thank Micah Iverson for the replay there. Now Russell for 3 on the right side. It's up and good!
Boy, he almost brought down the rain with that shot. And with that, Morgan's going to take a timeout.
13 points for Cade Russell. And it's a 4-point lead for Morgan after South Summit had taken their first lead of the game. We'll be back.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
And we're back. Dixie State University. What a beautiful campus here in St. George, Utah. The part of Utah with palm trees.
Yeah, but I've had to scrape frost off my windshield, which is not common here the last couple of mornings.
Well, you brought the cold with you from the north.
It's still warmer here than it is up north.
And Morgan, after going down by 1, has gone back to take a 4-point lead on that 3-point shot from Cade Russell.
Dribble drive by Griffin. Gives back to Atkinson. Underneath, the shot is up and good by Graycheck. Parker Graycheck with his 4th point of the game.
Boy, 2-man game, draws to within 2.
Russell, crossover dribble, bounce pass through, goes out of bounds, knocked out by South Summit's Ryan Griffith in the center of the lane. Russell tried to get a bounce pass through there, and that was really a good pass because if it's not completed, more than likely it would
go out of bounds.
Yep. Now, Morgan trying to get it in bounds. They get it into Miles. Miles on the left arch.
They had a hard time getting that ball inbounds that time. Good pressure. Man-to-man. South Summit's gone most of the way man-to-man.
Hurd over on the right side now to Russell. Underneath to Miles. Miles goes high in the air, but Miles is fouled. He hits his fist against the backstop there because he wanted it to go, but it was a pretty hard movement on that.
Great pass that time, and Graycheck picks up the foul for the Wildcats.
Could see that on the replay.
The shot's up, looks good, bounces in.
Well, you're more confident than I was.
Well, it was straight on. I could tell.
It looked short,
if
and
it was
bounced up in the air.
If it was a field goal, it wasn't wide right or wide left. It was straight down the middle. Mr. Miles' second one is up and nothing but net.
No doubt on that one. I got to give you a bad time on that one,
It's
Curtis.
my depth perception. I've always had that. My wife says I have horrible perception.
4-point lead for Morgan. South Summit with the basketball. Dribble drive on the left baseline, and it comes loose. Picked up quickly by Morgan. Over to Miles. Miles will back it out behind
Gonna get a
the
5-second
line.
call. 5-second call. Boy, he had the count on. Too much dribbling right here.
And the rule reads within 6 feet. If you're within 6 feet, you can't have, you got to get rid of it within 5 seconds. Now, if you're not dribbling, you can start a dribble and the count restarts. Now, bounce pass through the lane. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be in for South Summit. A nice thought there by Atkinson, but he couldn't get it through. Morgan very, very quick. Again, Morgan leads all of 3A in defense. They've given up the fewest points. Now South Summit finds all alone on the left side Griffin. Griffin, it looked like he wanted to jam it. He had one of the spectacular slam dunks on opening day Thursday.
And Ryan's just played a really, really solid game tonight for South Summit. Kind of one of those kids that just does the little things that help you win.
And foul shots up and no good. Yes, 5 points in the game. I've been able to see all the boys' games last week at Wasatch and Thursday, Friday, and now today. So I've really enjoyed watching these boys' games. And Second foul shot's good. We still have a quarter to go. Very entertaining consolation game. Morgan 34, South Summit 31. We'll be back.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
With speeds up to 1 gig, Emory Telecom delivers more. More shopping, more music, more learning, more streaming, more speed to power smartphones, movies, and streaming video. More speed for more devices in your home. And more savings with our true broadband data plans. Choose the plan that's right for you and upgrade anytime for just $10 more. More speed, more savings. Contact Emory Telecom today.
In times like these,
All right, welcome back here at Curtis Marsh, Rick Robinson, Burns Arena.
8 minutes to go, Rick. 8 minutes to go to decide this consolation game.
South Summit does have the basketball. So we start the fourth quarter. We had one tie at 24, 2 lead changes. Now they tried to throw it so that Griffin could slam it. And I think we have a foul as they cut underneath him.
And that was a set play as they bring that ball in bounds on that zone and have him coming from the left side baseline. And the lob went up, the alley-oop lob, and Atkinson, he was going to dunk that ball, Ryan Griffin was.
Yeah, and the foul goes against Trey Miles.
He was 1 for 2 on the last trip to the foul line.
Foul shot, rims around and goes in for Griffin.
Boy, he's got some hops, doesn't he?
And Griffin, 3 out of 7 for the foul line, has 7 points. And now 4 out of 8. He's made 3 of his last 4 after making 1 of 4 in the first period. And it's a 1-point lead for the Morgan Trojans. Morgan 21-3 on this season. South Summit 15-9. Russell out near half court. The ball's down on the court, and Russell's going to be called for traveling. As he picked up the ball, he stood up, which you cannot do. And now with South Summit with a chance to take the lead here. Danzy looking at this 1-2-2 zone defense on the left side. Swings it back to the right side to Atkinson. Atkinson, top of the arch. Back to Danzy, left baseline to Griffin. South Summit showing good patience here.
Trying to work that zone. They try that high pick. But, you know, they may be an underdog in this game. They're just being patient.
They'll go left side to Griffin. Back up to Atkinson, top of the arch. Right baseline, 3-point shot is up, and it wouldn't go there for Latchy.
Got a good look, just came up short.
Russell now with it for Morgan. Miles on the left baseline. South Summit in their man-to-man defense here. Stetson Anderson with it, picks up his dribble, gives it to Carter. Carter's going to go hard to the basket. His underhand scoop shot just wouldn't go, and the ball's out of bounds. It will be in for South Summit.
Boy, he got the layup that time and just missed it.
Sometimes you wonder if that rim's not moving a little bit. It won't go because it did everything but go in. We've seen both ends that happen. Now Russell's 3-point shot on the left side. And a rebound chased down there nicely by Atkinson. Gives it to Latchy. His shot's a little too hard. Rebound comes down, and there'll be a reach-in foul on Morgan.
Boy, that was just a tough luck shot for South Summit as they come back, and they also, Latchy misses that layup, and we're going to have Justin Worthen back into the lineup.
Along with Bruce Mitchell. And he'll be inbounded underneath the basket for South Summit. Morgan with a 1-point lead. 5 fouls caught on Morgan. 2 on South Summit. 3-point shot on the baseline for the lead by Danzy. Wouldn't go. The rebound down to Miles. And he'll get it back to Russell. And Russell on the dribble drive. There'll be a hand check foul called. Really, emphasis at all levels. They do not let you put your hand on and hold someone. I think that's a good rule.
Well, it's a tough matchup for Danzy, but he's doing a good job. Only his second foul.
Russell averaging nearly 20 points a game. Had 23 yesterday. Leading scorer with 13 today. Russell with the ball. Gets it on the right side to Anderson. Shot is up and good. 7 feet out on the right baseline. Stetson Anderson with 5 points, all of them in the second half.
Yeah, good pass from Cade as he got in there low and was able to kick that ball out.
Danzy, left side, gives it to Griffin. Baseline floaters up and good. Just floats it outside the lane and the ball goes up.
That's a tough shot on the move.
Griffith now with 10 points. Russell for 3. It's up and good. Back the other way. Russell with 16 points, 4 3-pointers in this game.
And this game has heated up.
And it's a 4-point lead now for Morgan. Bounce pass in the center lane. The ball's on the court, and I think we'll have a foul, a slap on the arm.
That foul's going to go against, who they get that on, number 1?
They called it on 1. And that's the 4th foul on Anderson. 5 minutes to go. South Summit down by 4. They have had one lead in this game now. 3-point shot down the barrel. Wouldn't go. The rebound down to Miles.
Boy, Miles had a ton of rebounds tonight.
Benefactor.
If he doesn't lead all rebounders, I'd be surprised.
Russell's open. 3-point shot off the rim. No good. Dancy with the rebound. Jared quickly gets it down to Griffin. Griffin goes through the lane. His floater's up, and it wouldn't go. And rebound comes down to Lane Carter. Carter stops at the foul line. No, now a little hesitation goes. He does draw the foul.
When it comes to that stutter, you get people to stop and go, and you pick up a lot of fouls like that.
Worthen gets his second foul, and Morgan will inbound it underneath their own basket. And we'll have a holding call.
On the inbounds.
Yeah, Bruce Mitchell. He turned and kind of smiled.
He's a big, strong kid. He says, me? Who, me?
Well, I think he knew. That's his first foul. This South Summit team and Morgan team, both just outstanding teams. Carter spins, dribbles down the baseline, and we'll have our 6th team foul called. And a second foul immediately on Mitchell.
Morgan's going to shoot the rest of this game.
As will South Summit. Now Hurd on the left arch, gets it to Russell. Russell behind the back, over to Hurd on the left side. Hurd dribbles through the lanes. Somehow he comes underneath everybody. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound down to Mitchell of South Summit. Gets over to Danzy. Bounce pass underneath to Mitchell. Now there'll be a foul.
That's a good call.
On Anderson. And they didn't want to call it.
They didn't, but it had an impact.
It had damage, yep.
Yeah.
I'm like you.
It's kind of let it go unless it changes. That's pretty good officiating, I thought.
Anderson will foul out of the game with 5 fouls. We'll have to see who they'll bring in for him. And at the foul line will be Bruce Mitchell. He has 5 points. And now Morgan.
So he's asking for a sub in for Morgan.
And immediately
Ordania.
Jumping up. Ordania comes in the game. Carson.
He's had some big moments for, coming off the bench. It's always nice, Rick, to get that kid that can come in and bring you a spark, right?
And Mitchell's foul shot on the 1-on-one's no good. The rebound comes down to Worthen.
That's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go back to Morgan, but he's pretty fortunate he didn't get it over the back that time, Rick.
Yeah, as a post player, I'm glad when they let him play if they really don't touch him.
I think South Summit's done a good job on the rebounding in this second half.
Now Miles from the right baseline's up and good. A 3-point shot by Trey Miles. 11 points, 2 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, and Trey's had an impact, not just scoring, but on rebounding.
By Morgan. Morgan's had a 3-pointer by Miles and a 3-pointer by Russell now still. Carter throwing down to Miles. They'll throw it away. And the 7-point lead for Morgan could have got more, and a nice job.
It was a 12-foot pass that went 18.
Nice job of hustling by South Summit, getting back, and it
that really could have put a dagger right there to South Summit if they could have got that basket and gone up 9. This is a big possession, Rick, here for South Summit.
Danzy. And now a pass is thrown, and it'll be a foul called shooting 1-1 as Russell just shows his athleticism there. The foul will go against Jackson Latchy. And that's going to be his 4th foul.
Boy, you just don't want to put Russell to the foul line.
Russell 2 for 2 at the foul line, has 16 points, made 4 3-pointers.
2 for 2, that's almost 100%.
And this one rims in and out on the run in of the 1-1. He's averaging nearly 20 points a game.
I guess I shouldn't talk percentages with the banker here, should I, Rick?
You're good. South Summit with the ball. Left side, 3-point shot by Graycheck. Wouldn't go, it goes out of bounds. He'll be in for Morgan. But Bruce, Parker Graycheck had a good look on the left baseline. It just wouldn't go.
Could have drawn him to within 4 points. South Summit needs to stand right here as Morgan's trying to take this lead up to 9 or 10 with a 3-point shot.
Now underneath to Carter. Carter catches it, and the ball goes, and he's fouled. It counts. Carter caught it somehow, able to grab it. And we'll see if
Justin Worthen, I thought, Worthen did a pretty good job, but ended up getting contact on him, and Carter just great athleticism that time to go get the ball.
Here's our replay. Just an outstanding shot there. And Carter's foul shot's no good. Graycheck going hard for the rebound for South Summit. Latchy on the left baseline, dribbles in, gives it underneath, and the lane is up and in by Ryan Griffin, who now has 12 points. Timeout by South Summit, 44-37. Morgan with the lead, 2:36 to go. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
In times like these, a small business has to work smart to make it. Centracom can help. We've got the business class services you need for less. With the fastest small business internet speeds available today, the reliability of 24-hour network monitoring and superior tech support, and our commitment to grow when you do with scalability that's both fast and flexible on our own fiber optic network. Make the smart choice. Call or visit Centracom.com today.
Welcome back here. Curtis Marsh, Rick Robinson. 2:36 going this battle for 5th place. And the one thing these two teams look like they know each other.
They do.
They have played twice during the regular season. They're in the same region, Region 13. And the pass comes in, knocked out of bounds.
By Latchy as he comes over the top.
Jackson doing a great job. And now it's going to be in for South Summit. The rule, it went off Morgan.
I thought that ball probably should have gone to Morgan, but.
We'll see if we have it on replay here. The officials come down to talk to Coach Matthews. And the pass comes in. We're underway here. 7-point lead for Morgan. South Summit with the ball. Top of the arch to Danzy. Over to Graycheck on the right side. Graycheck dribbles in the lane, has it taken away by Hurd.
It's tough to dribble in there. You get quick hands by Hurd. Stripped it. They can run a little clock right here, be a little patient.
Hurd gives to Russell on the right arch. To Miles. And we got 2 minutes to go in the game. Morgan with a 7-point lead the ball here. Carter on the left arch, gives it to Russell.
They're looking for a layup right here, running cutters. They're going to take a chip shot if they get it, and they get it right here.
Pass underneath to Russell. Russell always just seems composed. And I tell you what, Danzy's putting great pressure on him. And Coach Matthews wants to call timeout here. 1:39 to go in the ball game. Morgan up 44-37. Their girls have already claimed 5th place. The boys trying to do the same. We'll be back.
Here's normal internet speed. Here's the gig difference. Average speed, gig. Not enough speed, gig speed. With eFiber gig internet from Emory Telecom, everything's different. Video streams free. Music and photos fly. Gaming gets real. And nobody's left hanging. That's the gig difference. Call or click EmoryTelecom.com and get your gig today.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with Centricom cable TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
And Morgan, Miles, 3-point shot on the right side, won't go. A rebound brought down by Ryan Griffin, the South Summit. He's going to go coast to coast. He puts it up, and it goes. Griffin now with 14 points, timeout on the court. It's a 5-point lead for Morgan, 1:26 to go. Trojans do have the basketball. We'll take one more quick break. We'll be back.
With internet service from Centricom, you get a fast, reliable connection to a world of information and inspiration. Just choose the bandwidth package that fits your needs and your budget. Every package delivers consistent speeds that bring the best of the web into your life. And we offer local, over-the-phone, technical, and professional IT support. It's why Centricom is now our area's #1 internet provider. Add internet to your bundle and save. Call or visit Centricom.com today.
With speeds up to 1 gig, Emory Telecom delivers more. More shopping, more music, more learning, more streaming, more speed to power smartphones, movies, and streaming video, more speed for more devices in your home, and more savings with our true broadband data plans. Choose the plan that's right for you and upgrade anytime for just $10 more. More speed, more savings. Contact Emory Telecom today.
Back here, Morgan will have the basketball. South Summit on a mini run here. They were down by 9. Looked like they were in trouble here. They've cut it to 5.
At South Summit, I mean, right now Morgan's going to look to be patient here. They can win this game at the foul line.
Now a turnover, the putback is up and in on the steal by Worthen. 6 points, and South Summit takes timeout. We're not going to take a break this time. We've had a couple quick breaks. It's 44-41, still an eternity in this game, 1:19. Lots of time. It's a 1-possession game. And I tell you what, South Summit has really put pressure on. That's the one thing that's impressed me throughout this tournament is South Summit's quickness, their defense. I think they have a great defense along with Morgan.
Yeah, they really have, and they've never backed down. They were down, remember, 9 points. And they've cut that lead down to 3, and it was a 9-point lead at the 2-minute mark. So
yes.
They've really been, and they've done it on the defensive end, haven't they, Rick?
It's a 6-0 run, and you're right, it's on the defense, and I'm sure they're going to show full-court pressure again.
Try to get a steal right now. If you're a Morgan fan right now, you got to be patient. You got to get through that trap. Where you pick up that basketball is important.
We've had one lead by South Summit, 1 point. That was at 28-29. One tie at 24. And it's a 3-point game right now, and a foul is called on South Summit.
That's a pretty good way to break a trap, is get it into Mr. Russell's hand. He's going to be fouled by Justin Worthen on the backcourt. Now, Cade missed his last foul shot, but he's been pretty good all year. We have a couple substitutions. Seth Hadley's going to take a seat. We're going to have Adam. Is that Adam? No, that's number 31. That's Carson Ordini again.
And Russell now makes the foul shot. He'd missed 2 in a row before that one, but I certainly want to take my chances with him.
Well, they want the ball in his hands.
As he now has 17, 18 points, and builds the lead back to 5. 1:16 to go. South Summit with the ball. Jared Danzy, top of the arch, just past the 3-point line. The South Summit fans a little impatient, want him to move as he's taking his time here.
Minute 9's an eternity. They go baseline on that cutter.
And he stepped out of bounds. He'll be in for Morgan. And quickly, Seth Hadley will re-enter the ball game for Ardenia.
Substituting offense for defense right now for the Trojans. And
Miles gets it in to Russell. Russell with it, wanting to keep the ball. Now a reaching foul. It's called on Danzy.
Boy, and Danzy just doing everything he can to stay in front of him. Just great effort from Danzy, but
that's his third foul. Russell at the foul line with 18 points, averaging 20 and 2 shots because of the 10th foul.
Morgan keeps wanting to substitute Hadley for Ordania.
And foul shots up and good.
It's part of the game from a coaching standpoint when you have maybe a player a little better offensively and one player a little better defensively.
Russell reaches scoring average with 20 points.
He's just 20 points. It's just a pure shooter.
21 points now. He's made 4 straight foul shots after missing 2. And he's 6 out of 8 from the foul line.
Do or die time right now for South Summit.
Great check is open, could shoot the three-pointer. It was a long one. Gives it back to Lassie. His shot's no good. The rebound comes down to the Trojans, so a 7-point lead with 34 seconds to go. Morgan in good shape if they can keep the ball, and now there'll be a reaching foul called on Danzy.
Boy, they had an opportunity to steal that ball. You got to talk defensively. You got a guy coming back. You got to help your guy out there. It's kind of like talking through screens, but Cade Russell came back on top, back to the foul line again.
20 points by Russell. He's 6 out of 8 from the foul line, now 7 out of 9.
And South Summit is going to bring in a lot of kids and play some of their bench, and Morgan's going to do the same.
And there's so many changes, we'll just pick them up as they come here.
Why don't you get the Morgan kids coming in?
Well,
I'll try to get, we got
South Summit brought in somebody. We'll try and pick them up if we can here for South. Let me get South Summit. You pick Morgan.
We got Bowen Sanders in for Morgan, and we have Jack Cameron coming in. We're also going to have Sam Hansen.
Jake Rideouts for South Summit, along with Logan Davis.
Carter Thackeray for Morgan.
And Hagan Miles for South Summit, along with Gabriel Harry.
Adam Buck for the Trojans.
And Russell makes the foul shot, so he has 22 points. And now Cade will come out, and he gets a nice hand from this Morgan team. In my opinion, just one of the outstanding players. There's a lot of good ones in 3A basketball, but he's certainly toward the top. He's a terrific ball player. And for South Summit, Harry with it.
Yeah, he's a first-team All-Stater for sure.
Gives it back to Lundgren. Braden Lundgren, now three-point shot on the left side is up. No good by Logan Davis, but South Summit gets the rebound. Three-point shot again by Braden Lundgren's no good. And the rebound comes down to Morgan. And that's going to end the ball game as Morgan holds on to beat South Summit 50-41 when South Summit came hard charging to get it within 3 points. And then it was Russell from the foul line and ended up making 6 straight foul shots. And they win 50-41.
Yeah, no quit in these South Summit Wildcats, but Morgan right now comes out with the consolation championship, and what an entertaining game.
And the next game on hand will be Grantsville-Juab on the girls bracket for 3rd place. That game scheduled for a 1:20 start. We're going to take just a quick break. We'll come back with Brad James' stats and the conclusion of this South Summit Morgan game. We'll be back in a minute as, again, the final score, Morgan 50, South Summit 41.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Here's normal internet speed. Here's the gig difference. Average speed, gig. Not enough speed, gig speed. With eFiber gig internet from Emory Telecom, everything's different. Video streams free. Music and photos fly. Gaming gets real. And nobody's left hanging. That's the gig difference. Call or click EmoryTelecom.com and get your gig today.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Want to make your HD TV even better? Centricom has the HD channels you want. Our HD DVR gives you total control of your experience. And we're always adding new channels to serve you better. Why settle for less? Get our full HD lineup, now with over 61 HD channels. Call or visit us online and get the best HD experience from Centricom.
Back at Dixie State University, Rick, we
Yeah.
just had a concluded post-game show of our entertaining game. Morgan Trojans are going to take home consolation in the Class 3A boys tournament.
Yes, and both the Morgan girls and the Morgan boys have taken 5th place. And we were waiting for Brad James.
But we may
Wish
have
I
some-
had some paper issues, but I do have scoring here. And let's go through the scoring real quick.
And here comes Brad right now. But as we go through the scoring right now, it looks like for South Summit, in the loss tonight, Ryan Griffin, 14 points. Big on the boards for Griffin. Justin Worthen with 6. Cale Atkinson with 4, the quarterback for South Summit. Bruce Mitchell with 5 points. 7 points from Jackson Latchy. 4 points from Parker Greatcheck. And a point from Jake Ridealts for 41 points for the South Summit Braves. For the winning Morgan Trojans, they had Stetson Anderson, 5 points. Tyson Hurd with 4. Lane Carter, 4, good on the boards. Cade Russell, 22 points for the Trojans, the All-Stater. Trey Miles, big on the boards, 11 points for Morgan. Carson Ordainey off the bench with a bucket. Seth Hadley with a bucket, 50 points in a win. And we can't really talk about Morgan right now with at least mentioning our kudos to one of their kids that got hurt. Caleb Calderwood got hurt earlier in the season. We wish him a
got
best
hurt
recovery.
on Thursday.
And we wish him a speedy recovery for and a perfect healing there. But really exciting ball game tonight, Rick, and Morgan able to take that consolation.
We had one tie at 24. South Summit took their only lead of the game at 28-27. And then it ended up, Morgan took the lead back 29-28. And the shooting field goal 17 for 41 for 43% from the three-point line. 1 for 6 South Summit was. In the second half they were 0 for 8, so they were 1 for 14 in the game, and really that's a difference for them. For the foul line, South Summit 6 for 13, 46%. For Morgan, they were 16 out of 45, 35%. From the field, 3 points, they were 5 out of 19 after making 12 yesterday. They only made 5 today, but that was good enough to win. And from the foul line, 13 out of 15, and that was fueled by Cade Russell, who was 8 for 10 from the foul line. And again, the final score was 50-41. Want to give kudos to Micah Iverson, his production work, and also Nate Palmer, who was running the camera. Want to thank Curtis Morris. Appreciate your help in the games. All the games you can follow here on on Centricom and CTV.
And
Channel
Brad James
10.
on our stats.
Brad James on the stats. And so until the next game, we're going to bid you a good afternoon.